Pour one out for Google Stadia, huh? That's not going on the floor. I'm technically pouring one in for Google Stadia. So, what's the point of this video? Just like the title, game streaming sucks. I'm tired of pretending that it doesn't. Now, this title obviously doesn't apply to you if you agree. And, I mean, I think most people have tried it, and they kind of come to the conclusion, they're like, this kind of sucks, I'm not going to use it very much. I'm sure there's people out there that use it and love it. And they stream games, and they're fine with it, and they're content with it. But I'm not one of them. And I think the majority of people aren't one of them. I have regular ass internet. And most people have regular ass internet. And a lot of people just have ass internet. And even good internet doesn't seem to be enough for this. And here's the thing. Yeah, they might be like, oh, well, if you have good internet, you can use it. But most people just have regular internet. The average internet speed is between 12 and 25 megabits per second, according to this article I'm reading. And I have 100 megabits per second, and it still sucks for me. I used to have internet that was 3 megabits per second, and I couldn't even game stream on there if I wanted to. It would straight up tell me, hey, your internet sucks, and you're not doing this. And there's probably a lot of people still in that boat. And there's some people that have, like, satellite internet, which is awful for gaming. At least when I had it, it was. And there's just a lot of people that are not able to take advantage of this. And the ones that are, I think they're lying to themselves or something. Like this, like if you use this and you're happy with it, I'm happy for you. I have not had a good experience with this, especially for first-person shooters. If you're trying to play a shooter game, game streaming is off the table. You cannot be precise at all. It is an awful experience, in my opinion. This article right here says, according to highspeedinternet.com, the following megabits per second allow users to efficiently do certain tasks. 5 megabits per second for browsing, streaming music, ideal for a single user. 10 megabits per second for streaming HD videos, casual gaming, ideal for 1 to 2 people. 20 megabits per second is ideal for ultra HD streaming, frequent gaming, ideal for 2 to 4 people. And 40 plus megabits per second is for streaming multiple shows in HD, simultaneous gaming, ideal for 4 or more people. So right here it says, yeah, 40 would be like the minimum, I guess. So, 40. You need, why do I keep doing this? 40. I don't know which way you're going to see this, but it said, what was the average? 12 to 24, 25? So you would need at least 40 or more to do heavy online game streaming. And we just established the average person does not have that. Hi, future me here. During editing, I realized that I left out something important here. I didn't actually look up Google Stadia's recommended megabits per second. And for them, for 4K streaming, you would need 35 megabits per second. What I read, I believe, is probably for like just multiple people playing games, heavy-duty game playing, you know. But Google Stadia recommends at least 35, so I wasn't too far off anyway. And it's still more than some people have. I'll put links in the description to all these things I'm looking at and referencing, so you can look at it yourself if that's something you want to do. So I'm sure if you're watching this, you're probably thinking, yeah, this does suck. What's the point of this video? And it's not so much the users that need told, hey, this sucks. You've tried it, and you know that. It's the companies. They keep trying to push it. They pushed it, and now, I mean, look what's happening. Google Stadia is dead. It is dying. In fact, Google is dying on January 18th of 2023. Luckily, though, if you purchased anything through their Google store, I think, you'll get a refund for everything you bought. So technically, if you bought a bunch of games and the controllers and stuff, it was free. Now this article here I found pretty interesting, and it says, the headline says, challenged by Xbox Game Pass, Google Stadia's demise was inevitable. Does it really have anything to do with Game Pass? Was Game Pass's streaming any better? I don't think so. In fact, I had a better experience with Google Stadia streaming than I ever have with Xbox. So for them to say that, I think they're comparing the two, but Xbox is more than game streaming. The game streaming just happens to be the cherry on top of the whole cake. Where Google Stadia, the whole cake was the streaming, and that cake went bad. Whereas Xbox, there's so much more to it than just the streaming. And most people probably don't even use the streaming. Maybe to check out a game to see if they like it enough to download it. I could be wrong, but I mean, I don't know. I think that's a goofy thing to say because you can't compare the two. You can't say Google Stadia had no chance because of Xbox Game Pass. If it was only Game Pass streaming and Google Stadia streaming, they would both die. Like, in my opinion, I don't think either one...
I don't understand.
I didn't ask you, Google. What the fuck? That was odd. So, I don't think, I don't think either one would be doing well. Because game streaming sucks. Now you might be asking yourself, what could Stadia have done to stay relevant, to stay afloat? And I don't know, because when it's all streaming, you have to have something pretty good. Now, according to this, it says Google reportedly passed on a Stadia-exclusive follow-up to Death Stranding. Now, I don't think that would have been enough to save them, but it would have helped. Like, if you can only get the follow-up to Death Stranding on Google Stadia, I know I would have played that. I would have done it. I would have dealt with the shittiness of streaming just to play a follow-up to Death Stranding. I like that game enough that I would do that. There's a lot of people out there that don't like it at all. That's fine. But they passed on it, and it makes you wonder, what else did they pass on? What else could they have done potentially to help them that they didn't do? I do feel bad for everybody that was gaming on Stadia and was enjoying it, because that's ending. And I don't know, for some people maybe that was just the best way to do it for them, and now they can't. I don't know, maybe they'll switch to Game Pass, because you can just use Game Pass on your computer too. I don't know what happens from this. Does that scare Game Pass a little bit? And maybe they won't pursue the streaming as much? Probably not. I mean, I don't think it'll affect them, is what I mean. But they might second guess some stuff now. I mean, if Google couldn't make Stadia work, but what if Stadia would have done a Game Pass thing where you could download games? And maybe you can. I don't know. I haven't used it in so long, but whatever they were doing obviously didn't work. So basically, to wrap up this video, I think this is proof that we are not there yet. We are not anywhere close to being ready for all streaming consoles and everything just being... Now, digital's fine, but all streaming, that's just... I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. And I know there's some handhelds coming out, or at least one handheld's coming out that's all streaming. Good luck. I mean, like we established, most people don't have the internet capable of doing it, and even when you do, it still sucks. So, I guess that's about it. There's no reason to drag this out any further. Rest in peace, Google Stadia, and we'll see what happens from here on out. And if you are the one person to watch this video, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. It means a lot to me. And I will see you in the next one.